And then you talk about being a generalist. Do we know exactly what they kind of feed on? So some would only feed on moths, some would only feed on other invertebrates, or are they that specific about what they would actually feed on?
There's a huge variety, and it seems to be the more work now that's being done on doing things like, so originally dropping analysis, for example, would be going in and literally entomology experts going through and picking out bits of insects and trying to identify them. But now with things like DNA analysis, we can do a lot more with that information. And there'll be certain species, there'll be certain sort of times of year when you get upswells in particular types of insects, like mayflies, and you'll probably find that that'll suddenly crop up in their diet. It tends to be sort of size-wise from our smallest at about 4 to 5 grams in size to our largest to about 40 grams in size. They'll pretty much plug in and eat anything they can get hold of within that. It's more like, what is my adjacent habitat? What insects are hatching at this time of year? So it will change throughout the year. We've even had brown long-eared recorded as eating the oak processionary moths, which is good. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. I mean, they, to a certain extent, it's what is out there for them to eat, what can they plug into, but you will have things like the brown long-eareds with their beautiful long ears, which are for listening out for really, really quiet moths. So they're quite moth specialists, but obviously they won't necessarily knock anything back. But moths and moth wings are a really nice indication that you might have brown long-eareds roosting nearby. And then you've got things like the pipistrelles. It's kind of anything that's smaller than them that they can hold, like things like small midges and biting flies and things like that. So they'll go after mosquitoes. And there's a lot of work being done in places like South America, where you have things like Zika virus, to again go back from pesticides to putting up lots of bat boxes around these kind of lakes and just getting the bats to move in and just and do their job, really do their pest suppression.
Because